Wow. This is me. Hi. Welcome. Pedram Ra here. And we're talking about growing. What does it mean to grow? Because the ordinary has always told me, Pedram Ra, you need to go through the pain, and that growing is painful. And it has been, to some extent. But does it always have to remain painful? I don't believe so. So what does it mean to grow? Well, what happens when one grows? I'll speak from my own point of views. And growing had not always been intentional. Because a lot of times in my past, when I was growing up, I didn't really realize that I'm actually growing up. So I used to believe growing up, as I now realize today, was me going through trials and tribulations where I had to struggle to some extent to get over a hurdle of some kind so I could feel easy again. Growing does not feel that way anymore. Why does it matter what I'm saying right now? Well, first of all and foremost, I am at peace, and I am now learning to grow within love, within my standards. So I love me. Is it that I can love you? And I love you because I really love me. So growing is always taking place regardless of where I am within the mind. The mind, as I talk about and express, evolving through my amazing, wonderful, spectacular audiobook podcast, The Divine Child, A Path to a Liberated Mind. I say there the mind is like the high rise of life, which is the school of life. And in this school, just like any other school that you've ever seen, there's hallways, there's classrooms, maybe on either side. And the reason why I call it the high rise of life, and it is the school of life, is because every single interaction I ever have with myself and or with others is like me going inside one of these classrooms and taking a test. And depending on how well I do, through this interaction that I just had with myself and or someone else or something else, determines how well I just did. On this test, within this classroom, inside of this school of life, which is the high rise of life. Now, this high rise of life is infinite. So, when I say it's infinite, it means like the same thing is on every floor above me, and within every floor below me. And it will go as high as I can take it, and it will go as low as I can take it. How high or how low do I want to go? Now, on each floor, every other direction is available to me. I could go right, I could go left, I could go forward, I could go backwards. But there is no staying still. I never am able to stay still. I used to think there were points in my life where I was just staying still. And then as I further evolved within my own awarenesses and the totality of my consciousness, I came to realize all those times that I thought I was staying still, I was really moving backwards. Because of the ways in which I was defining what it meant. As I said to myself, Pedram Ra, you were just staying still. So it's the meaning that I allowed myself to believe about what it is that I am experiencing. So this meaning giving journey will always be forever. And I am always growing. You know, this book, The Divine Child, A Path to a Liberated Mind, it's just a path to a liberated mind. There's many paths out there, except this is what has works for me. I am happy every day, all day. I am happy when I go to sleep at night. I easily sleep throughout the night with joy, bliss. Every day I wake up and I go through the same patterns because it is now a form of conditioning that I have set for myself. I have allowed me to create, me to live within me. You know, it's me, myself, and I. And the me part is the part of me that enables me to control me. Because if I don't control me, I will start doing things that are out of line. And when I do things that are out of line, other parts of me, which are other human beings, are not going to be okay with that. Because when I step outside, out of bounds, out of my boundaries, I step on other people's toes. I don't know if you've experienced this, somebody stepping on your toes. You know, sometimes it could really hurt. And then, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, if I don't understand why somebody just stepped on my toes, you know, like, how am I going to take that? I may not be very happy, right? Especially if I don't have full control of me. And so I may only do what a regular, basic human being is meant to do when somebody steps on their toes, especially when they were not expecting it. So that's giving rise to conflict. Now, conflict is what I used to believe in, because that's what I always experienced. Whereas today, there is no such thing, because I internalize why I am the ways in which that I am through my sensations within. Now, why do I talk about the heart? Because it is my heart that projects all my feelings and emotions, sensations, so on and so forth, to me first, and then to others through the ways in which I express myself upon them. And this all needs to be aligned, because if it's not, then I'm prone to stepping on other people's toes. That's just an example. I mean, I'm just using that as a metaphor to explain I will inconvenience someone. Now, would I want to inconvenience myself? Of course not. I love me. I love me. My I and myself also love me, because I respect me. And that is why and how and why I am able to respect others and love others. I love you. Thank you for noticing my understandings, and I truly do wish you the very best in this self-growing journey that all of us as humanity are as a part of. And thank you.